Hello folks, my name's Ben. The Middle East has been at war for basically as long as civilization has been around, and when the Ottoman Empire got chopped up, the Europeans drew lines through the sand without thinking about how religions and ethnicities would affect the region. But today we are going to fix this. We will fix the Middle East as much as possible. First of all, Iraqi Kurdistan gets its full independence from Iraq. Along with this, the Kurdish regions in Turkey will be freed and unite with Iraqi Kurdistan to form the state of Kurdistan. Turkey is super opposed to any form of Kurdish state existing, as they see it as a national security threat. But if the international community pushes for it, some agreements are made between the Turks and the Kurds, and they are under the supervision of the international community for some time. It could happen. The northwestern region of Iran also has a Kurdish majority, as well as parts that have an Azerbaijani majority. These regions will be given to their respective countries, with the Kurds going to Kurdistan and the Azerbaijani going to Azerbaijan. Now Azerbaijan isn't just gaining territory, the disputed territory of Nagorno-Karabakh is given over to Armenia, as it has mostly Armenians living in it. With the major conflicts in that region taken care of, we will be moving over to Syria. The situation in Syria is interesting, but this is basically what it looks like. In dark blue you have the Syrian government and their allies, in red you have the Al-Tanf United States military base, in yellow you have Kurdish-controlled regions, in orange is the Turkish-controlled regions, and lastly in green you have other rebel groups. Kurdistan is going to be given territory down to the Euphrates, and Turkey will be given minor lands in the north. Turkey and Kurdistan would likely set up some form of wall or occupied zone along the border with Syria to contain the remaining conflict within the country, as the rebel groups would likely continue fighting. The United States military base is basically untouched, for now at least. Now we move over to the conflict most of you saw coming, Israel and Palestine. It is impossible to make everyone happy here, but I made one that sort of works out. It is a two-state solution that would create a Palestinian state alongside Israel and ensure the security and sovereignty of both states. Palestinian refugees have a right to return to Palestine at any time, ensures that both states have equal opportunity and say in international affairs. And lastly, both states claim Jerusalem, and to fix this Jerusalem is placed under international law and watched over by the UN. Both Israelis and Palestinians are allowed in Jerusalem with equal representation. Gaza's fate is hard to predict here, as they have a different government than the rest of Palestine. Though the most likely outcomes are, they join Palestine, they get annexed by Israel, or they declare independence. Next we will deal with Yemen, which, like Syria, also in a civil war. The solution I made was basically everyone gets what they have now. The current Yemeni government stays the same, but gets renamed East Yemen. The Houthi rule the new country of East Yemen. The Southern Resistance Forces and the Southern Transitional Council do come together to form South Yemen, which would likely have sour relations with East Yemen due to their history in the Civil War. Many countries would be interested in South Yemen due to its strategic location. And this is the complete map of a fixed Middle East. While there are people still mad, this would eventually bring more stability to the region. See ya and thanks for watching.